My beloved child, the hour is tightening around your name like a golden clasp, and nothing about tonight is ordinary. The room you are in is about to become a doorway, and your breath is the key that turns it. Keep your heart steady because what is written for you refuses to be delayed any longer. 35 minutes remain, and every second is a drum that heaven is beating in your favor. The whispers you felt today were not random thoughts but the prelude to a holy intervention. A veil is lifting quietly so that your blessing arrives without interference. You were not chosen by accident because favor does not stumble. A code was placed in your spirit that darkness cannot translate, and that code is waking. The light searching for you has your scent memorized and your footsteps marked. Lock your focus and close the doors of distraction because secrecy protects birth. Not every eye deserves to witness what is about to rise from your ashes. You will carry this silently until the light is strong enough to speak for itself. In 2 minutes a sign will skim across your ordinary and mark it as uncommon. It may be a sudden warmth, a name, a message, or a pressure that turns into peace. Whatever arrives, receive it like rain after a long summer of thirst. Your name has been called in rooms where you have never walked. Your signature is already on outcomes you have not yet seen. A path has been cleared where your feet feared to tread. The storm that tried to bury you only trained your hands to build. Every tear watered the ground where your victory now grows. What felt like a loss was the raw material of your unveiling. Do not announce what is still forming because premature words invite thieves. Treasure grows best under quiet hands and steady breaths. Let your glow confuse those who thought you would stay dim. Heaven has watched every small faith you gave on your tired days. None of it dissolved into nothing because obedience always leaves a fragrance. That fragrance has drawn angels to you like a banner in the night. Archangel Michael stands at your threshold with a sword that remembers your enemies by name. He is not here to negotiate with darkness but to escort you forward. His presence is the end of a long intimidation and the beginning of your brave ease. You are stepping past the trap that once felt like home. Familiar chains are slipping because the key of today does not fit yesterday's locks. The room is the same but the air has changed. Hold the posture of someone who expects the door to open. Hope is not begging because hope knows who told it to stand upright. Your future is not late, it is precise. There is a ledger in heaven and tonight lines are being balanced. Debts you never created are being canceled so that you can breathe without apology. You will feel the weight lift like a coat you forgot you were wearing. When silence grows heavy, remember it is the staging ground for thunder. Power loves quiet preparation because noise belongs to the unprepared. Let your calm be the loudest thing in the room. You are not behind because you are on a timetable that does not answer to public clocks. Delay was a disguise that kept you hidden while roots sank deep. Now the roots are ready to push up a tree that can hold your kind of fruit. Every time you survived, you built a staircase you could not yet see. You are about to place your feet on steps your pain purchased. What bought you to tears is buying you a view. Breathe slow and count your courage like coins in your palm. You have more than you think because survival multiplies currency. Strength has been accumulating interest while you slept. The voice of shame is being escorted out of your house. Its lease has expired and its furniture is already on the curb. Dignity is moving in with windows open and sunlight unafraid. You are allowed to smile while the miracle approaches. Joy is not denial because joy recognizes the author. Let your face prophesy before your words do. What broke you also trained you to carry precious things without dropping them. Your hands know how to cradle promise and your back knows how to say no to unnecessary weight. You learned your limits and found your boundaries sacred. Archangel Michael says the road ahead is guarded because heaven heard the plots forming in low rooms. He is erasing footprints that enemies tried to track. He is rewriting maps so only you and grace can read them. Your critics will not understand how you arrived where you are going. That is not your assignment to explain because miracles are terrible at giving interviews. You owe no press release to those who preferred your silence. The next opportunity will not ask you to shrink. You will not have to choose between peace and progress. You are allowed to be large and kind at the same time. Favor is moving furniture in your life to make room for new tables. Seats are being reserved for allies who speak your language without translation. Conversations will find you that open doors you did not know existed. Keep your posture gentle but your boundaries steel. Love does not require access for those who only know how to take. Mercy can wave from a distance when wisdom builds a gate. The signal will appear small at first because humility is heaven's dress code. Do not despise it because small keys open heavy doors. Inside the small will be the seed of everything you asked in secret. You are approaching the place where your name sounds right in your own mouth. Self-betrayal ends when purpose speaks louder than habit. You will not return to rooms that taught you to disappear. There is oil on your head that does not evaporate under heat. Pressure only makes it shine more clearly. What tried to scorch you only cooked the seasoning of your authority. Listen to the timing in your chest because it knows the rhythm of release. Pushing will not help now because ripeness does not answer to force. Stand still and let readiness do what rush never could. The blessing coming does not need your panic. It needs your agreement and your posture of receiving. Agreement looks like unclenched fists and honest breath. You will feel an alignment, like your bones finally agreeing with your name. That agreement will magnetize the resources that kept missing your address. Provision travels fastest on roads paved with clarity. You will not have to perform to keep what is yours. Authenticity holds the door better than performance ever could. Your yes will outlast every counterfeit applause. If a memory rises to accuse you, answer it with the truth that you survived. Survivor is not your only title because Builder has been added. You are allowed to prosper without apologizing to your past. Your sleep tonight will taste different. Peace will lay heavy and soft like a blanket fresh from the sun. You will wake knowing something shifted even if words come later. Archangel Michael stands watch as the 2-minute window opens like a secret drawer. Take what is inside with reverence because it was tailored for your fingerprints. What fits you cannot be stolen when it finally rests where it belongs. Harm that was scheduled has been unscheduled quietly. Plots that looked efficient have lost their calendar invites. The meeting about your downfall has been cancelled without rescheduling. Let gratitude be the first language you speak when the sign arrives. Gratitude builds walls that envy cannot climb. It also invites more of what you are ready to carry. You are not fragile, you are focused. You are not late, you are launched. You are not forgotten, you are favored. The door is creaking open, and your courage is the hinge. Step through with shoulders uncurled and eyes forward. The story welcomes you like a room lit for your arrival. From this night forward your footsteps will sound like certainty. Your hands will remember how to bless and not just to fight. Your voice will carry the timbre of one who knows the ending is kind. The countdown has been holy all along and the clock is a friend, not an enemy. Time is bowing to assignment and not the other way around. Every tick is a witness that you reached the appointed place. Carry this quietly until it grows loud on its own. What is real does not need you to stir it every hour. Presence, not pressure, is your posture now. Even your shadow will look braver when you walk out tomorrow. The mirror will agree because revelation changes faces. The world will sense a shift without knowing the secret. Keep your circle clean because your altitude depends on your atmosphere. Love who you must from afar and embrace who you can up close. Heaven is installing filters where you once had none. You will remember tonight as the moment the ground rose under your feet. Destiny will feel less like a rumor and more like a doorbell. Answer it with calm hands and a bright yes. The 2-minute window touches you now like a hush that understands everything. Receive the token that proves the path is open. Hold it close and walk forward softly. Do not explain your miracle to small rooms. Let outcomes speak fluent evidence. Silence is a crown when wonder is at work. The dust settles and you are still here. Taller and quieter. Your future steps out from behind the curtain without trembling. Welcome it like an old friend who knew you would make it. Your name will travel kindly in the mouths of those assigned to help you. Strangers will become bridges and obstacles will become stairs. The map that once confused you now reads like your first language. Tonight is not the end of your fight, it is the end of fighting alone. Assistance has arrived dressed as timing and favor. You are surrounded by answers that know where you live. Walk with a slow joy that refuses to be hurried. Pace is proof you trust the one who writes your calendar. You are exactly where grace planned for you to stand. And now, lift your eyes with quiet certainty because the sign that was promised stands at your edge. You are ready, you are chosen, and you are safe. Go forward under guarded skies with a steady heart. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, the air around you carries instructions that understand your name. They arrive like gentle architecture, assembling rooms for your future while you stand still. Trust the quiet machinery because it is building without waste. Your history is being edited with mercy, not denial. The facts remain, but their power to define you dissolves under a kinder light. You will remember accurately and heal completely. The next door will open with a click that sounds like recognition. You will feel seen by what meets you on the other side. Familiar peace will introduce you to unfamiliar opportunity. Let your hands learn the weight of new keys. Carry them without shaking because the doors prepared for you do not resist your touch. Keys respond best to steady hearts. You are finished rehearsing losses that no longer live here. Grief taught you reverence, but it does not lead you anymore. Joy carries the map now and knows every turn. There is a letter with your name sealed in confidence. It bears instructions that match your timing, not anyone else's. Break it open with gratitude and keep its contents close. Your steps are guarded in ways you cannot trace. Exit routes are written into places you will never need, simply because heaven loves redundancy in your rescue. Even in safety, overflow plans are in place. The face of fear has lost its ability to impersonate wisdom. It no longer passes through your gates dressed as caution. Your discernment can smell the difference now and keeps the door pure. You are not returning to partnerships that shrink your sky. Alignment replaces approval as your compass. Distance will feel like kindness when it protects your assignment. Provision is traveling on paths you cleared with small brave choices. Each choice laid a stone that now holds the weight of your harvest. The bridge you need has already been walked into existence. Allow your voice to learn its true volume. It does not shout and it does not apologize. It speaks like a river moving a mountain over time. The apology you kept drafting in your head is no longer required. Grace has settled the balance where explanation used to work overtime. You are free to proceed without a courtroom in your mind. My beloved child, breathe like someone who owns their lungs again. Inhale calm and exhale permission. Your body remembers what peace feels like and is eager to return. The sign that touches you next will arrive dressed as ordinary. Notice its temperature, its timing, and its tenderness. Ordinary is the cloak wonder wears when it prefers intimacy over spectacle. Your house receives a sweep of clarity tonight. Objects will remind you of assignments, and rooms will choose their purpose. Even the corners receive light that interrupts old shadows. Time will soften around your schedule without letting anything slip. You will accomplish more with less noise, because purity multiplies minutes. Ease will prove its efficiency with undeniable outcomes. Voices that once towered over you now stand at a respectful height. Your spine holds truth without strain. Boundaries become a gentle fence that keeps gardens growing. Memories that tried to haunt you now sit as teachers who know their place. They speak only when invited, and they speak to empower, not to accuse. Authority manages the classroom of your past. You will hear your name spoken with honor in rooms you never entered. Reputation cleansed itself while you were busy healing. Soon you will simply arrive where your name already worked. There is a rhythm to this chapter that favors patience over performance. You move like a tide guided by a moon you trust. The shore cannot argue with a current that has orders. Let rest become a strategy, not a reward withheld. Your creativity blooms when your nervous system believes it is safe. Safety is now the soil of your ideas. You are allowed to build quietly and launch boldly. Construction prefers privacy, unveiling prefers courage. Both are holy in their turn, and both serve your future. The ones assigned to your journey will recognize you by the peace you carry. They will arrive without demand and contribute without pressure. Covenant feels like shared breath, not borrowed oxygen. Even as the miracle roots deeper, stay gentle with your language. Speak only what you want to water. Words grow into weather, and your forecast is listening. Your footsteps will begin to sound like strategy. Each move will match a reason that comforts you. The math of your decisions will be kind. Treasures you hid from your own doubt now surface willingly. They trust you to carry them because you finally trust yourself. Confidence forms a cradle where talent can rest. Vindication is taking a quiet route to your door. It will not need an audience to be real. Evidence functions beautifully without applause. You will notice how closed doors lose their sting. A no that protected you will read like a blessing in hindsight. Guidance proves itself with time, not volume. The road ahead stops tolerating the weight of pretending. Authenticity walks with elegant posture and unhurried steps. It is impossible to miss what is meant for someone moving like that. Your heart will not have to choose between calling and companionship. The right company respects your blueprint and refuses to redraw it. Love will feel like alignment wearing warmth. Dreams that once felt fragile now feel engineered. Structure supports them where hope once worked alone. Blueprints guide the build and patience funds it. You are now fluent in the language of enough. Scarcity no longer teaches your lessons because it has retired from your faculty. Abundance instructs you with steadiness, not noise. Doors that open will not slam behind you. Access will behave. Rooms will adjust their lighting to honor your eyes. Silence becomes a sanctuary rather than a sentence. In that quiet, answers sit at the table like patient guests. You will recognize which one to feed first. Your peace will be noticed by those who predicted collapse. Their forecasts expire under the weather of your resilience. Calm, not argument, corrects the record. Grace will treat your name like a password at the right entrances. Security waves you through because you belong. Belonging sits on your shoulders like a soft crown. Every hour from here respects the work you survived to get here. Time partners with you instead of pushing you. Deadlines turn into lifelines that pull you forward. The token you received in the hush will warm when you hold it. It will remind you of timing whenever impatience knocks. Patience opens more doors than pressure ever did. Even the floor beneath you learns your confidence and holds you smoother. Paths stop tripping the feet that walk with permission. Travel feels like friendship with purpose. Your name will land softly in the messages you receive next. Opportunities will choose plain language over performance. The yes inside you will recognize its counterpart. My beloved child, this continuation settles over your life like a benediction that understands details. Nothing essential is missing and nothing harmful is sneaking through. You are escorted by certainty you do not have to manufacture. Walk forward with a smile that knows what hour it is. The countdown that once frightened you has turned into music. You march on tempo with favor. Tonight stamps itself into your story without leaving a bruise. Relief replaces the ache where fear lived rent-free. Morning will touch your face like news you were waiting to hear. And when the day opens, keep carrying this clarity like a lantern. Light travels, and yours is generous without leaking. The path ahead is ready for your steps. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, the ground under your life is learning your new rhythm. It no longer trembles at old footsteps because authority has stepped in. The earth itself is cooperating with your becoming. You are done renting your peace to situations that never paid on time. Ownership returns to your chest with a steady cadence. Breath becomes the deed and calm becomes the key. The instructions for your next move are simple and weightless. Walk as if the road wants you there. Stand as if the room has been waiting for your height. Your name carries quiet thunder that clears small storms. Even silence chooses a side when you enter. Stillness bows to someone who is finally aligned. The tools you need are already within reach disguised as habits. What you do consistently is building what you will inherit publicly. Repetition is a loyal servant when purpose leads. Mercy has rewritten the margins where you once lost yourself. There is space now to draw lines that honor your future. Boundaries have become beautiful, not brutal. The lights in hidden rooms are switching on one by one. Every switch is a decision that refuses the old dimness. Your eyes are adjusting to a more generous brightness. You are shedding costumes that kept you small. The fit felt safe, but safety is too tight for the size of your calling. Freedom wears you like a perfect measure. Letters you wrote in tears are being answered in clarity. The reply does not argue because truth never needs to shout. You will read and understand without straining. Timing walks beside you like an old friend with new energy. It matches your stride and respects your pace. No appointment designed for you will be missed by you. Promises you buried to stop the ache are resurfacing with patience. They return without accusation and without rush. Their only demand is that you receive them awake. Your courage is no longer noisy because it does not have to audition. It knows the part and owns the stage. It performs peace better than panic ever could. Old rooms are dissolving behind you without ceremony. There is nothing to retrieve from places that lost the honor of holding you. Gratitude closes those doors with soft hands. Your steps are a legal notice to fear that the lease has ended. Eviction is final and keys have been returned. Joy is changing the locks at the front gate. Even your shadow looks taller when conviction stands at your side. Confidence has lengthened the sunlight across your face. Mirrors are learning to tell the truth about you. You are being coached by kindness until strength feels natural. Compassion trains your muscles without breaking your bones. You grow without grinding your soul. The map has been redrawn so detours now lead to discovery. There are no wasted turns when wisdom navigates. Arrival tucks itself into every mile. Provision has learned your taste for integrity. It refuses to fund what would fracture you. It invests only in the version of you that keeps the light on. Your voice travels farther when you speak from rest. Words stretch like bridges when they are built from honesty. Communication becomes communion when you stop performing. Honor is finding you in places where you were once overlooked. The room remembers your contribution even if the people forgot. Recognition rises like dawn that no hand can hold back. The texture of your days smooths as clutter falls away. Simplicity gathers your focus into a sharp point. That point opens futures like a precision blade. Every seed of endurance you planted in the dark has germinated. Roots are busy while leaves are patient. Growth is happening where eyes cannot intrude. You will witness apologies arrive in the language of outcomes. Results will speak what mouths could not. Fruit is the most elegant form of explanation. Your home becomes a rehearsal space for peace. Chairs remember who sits in them with dignity. Tables protect conversations that deserve to live. Support will show up wearing the face of responsibility. It will not flatter, it will strengthen. It will not crowd, it will cover. Beloved, your discernment has upgraded from fear-based filters to purpose-based gates. What once looked like danger now reads as simple misalignment. You bless and release without losing your softness. The clock you feared now keeps your rhythm like a drummer who loves you. Beats land exactly where your feet plan to step. Noise fades until only tempo remains. When you rest, you repair at a cellular level of story. Chapters knit themselves where pages once tore. Narrative grows seamless under gentle light. Creative fire is rising without burning the room. It warms what matters and cauterizes what drains. Ideas arrive with blueprints attached. Your relationships will align with truth as a standard, not a slogan. Proximity will be earned by reciprocity. Access will reflect investment. Doors open that do not ask you to lower your gaze. Rooms welcome you without requesting a smaller voice. Ceiling becomes sky when honor is the architecture. Even the air feels different when purpose speaks. Oxygen carries instructions to muscles that had forgotten their job. Strength returns like a friend who kept your seat. You are not building for applause but for longevity. Applause echoes and fades, legacy holds. Choose the sound that will still be singing when the crowd goes home. The chapter ahead treats your past with respect, not worship. Lessons remain, limitations leave. Wisdom keeps what is useful and burns what is heavy. Your hands are learning a new grip that does not bruise the blessing. Soft power outlasts hard panic. Gentle holds do not drop precious things. Joy decorates your path with decisions that age well. Choices look beautiful years later because they were made in light. Beauty becomes proof that truth lived here. You will experience generosity as a strategy, not a sacrifice. Giving creates architecture in which receiving can breathe. Flow replaces hoarding with elegant math. Enemies lose interest when you stop feeding the spectacle. Peace starves the theater where drama used to sell tickets. Quiet becomes the headline and it never ages. Your endurance is now evidence that cannot be cross-examined. Trial prepared you to carry triumph without shaking. Capacity has been forged where comfort never could. Opportunities arrive that do not require translations. They speak your native purpose. You understand without effort and answer without fear. Celebrate the smallest confirmations as if they were the whole harvest. Scales with grace. Thanksgiving is the currency of expansion. Beloved, your nights shall sleep like answered prayer. Even your dreams will organize around truth. Morning will greet you like a colleague, not a critic. Your calendar stops bullying you when you stop betraying yourself. Alignment cancels urgency that never served you. Space appears where pressure once pretended to be purpose. Resources gather at intersections of clarity and courage. You have arrived at that corner. Traffic flows because indecision has been rerouted. Your heart stays open without becoming a hallway for harm. Doors can be welcoming and locked at the same time. Wisdom manages the keys with a smile. Reputation is recovering in rooms where lies once lived. Dust clears and light shows clean lines. Memory adjusts to the weight of truth. The frequency you carry calls in what matches your healing. Mismatches fall away without an argument. Resonance does the sorting while you stay gentle. You are a sanctuary under construction with services already happening. Holiness looks like wholeness in slow motion. People will feel safe to tell the truth when you enter. The miracle promised has become the atmosphere, not just the moment. It stretches across days and drips into decisions. Sustained favor replaces sudden flashes. What you bless multiplies without begging for attention. Multiplication is quiet and loyal. It prefers the hands of those who honor process. Your feet refuse to run from rooms meant to reform you. Courage sits through discomfort without negotiating identity. Refinement finishes what rescue began. Provision follows purpose like a river finds the sea. Flow cannot forget where it belongs. You will not have to chase what agrees with your calling. Even endings will arrive with velvet edges. Closures will feel clean and complete. You will leave without leftover noise. The laughter returning to your mouth is holy. It rings like restoration in the ears that know your story. Joy becomes your accent, even when you whisper. Your future responds best to a steady yes. That yes is in your spine now, not just your lips. Agreement holds like bone, not like paint. Walk into your hour with posture that honors the journey. Your steps are statements and your presence is policy. Rooms reorganize to treat you correctly. Carry this benediction as working light. It will not dim in rain or under critique. It was minted for the long road, and the long road loves you. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.